Well, we've been talking about doing this for a long time, and it's taken quite a while to actually come to fruition. Just want to say a couple of thank yous before we start. First of all, to my family. As with all building projects, they go over time and go over budget, and this did both magnificently. And needless to say, there were some fairly hefty sacrifices made in the last year, and couldn't have got through it without the support of the family, so thank you very much. Secondly, to Aikido's equivalent of the dynamic duo, the Batman and Robin of Aikido, Ray and Gail, because without them we wouldn't still be in New Zealand. When we first arrived, they pretty much looked after us for months and months and months and months, so if you ever get fed up with us, it's their fault. And finally, to the members of the club. The amount of work and hard graft and time that's been given up has been just monumental. From the initial opening day demo crew that stood here in the old milking shed and used sledgehammers and wrecking bars to take the ceiling out and the wall down, and in Anatoly's case, try and take some of it down with his head. Right away up to the days and days of cleaning and painting and wiping and sweeping and hefting stuff about. We couldn't have done it without you guys. So we've come a long way in the last 2 years, from a couple of leaflets and a few mats down the community hall, and now we've got our own venue. It's about 54 of us now, John, right, on paper, something like that. So it's all down to you guys. Fantastic. Anyway, so we're very lucky to have Sensei Frank Burlingham from the UK here. He's going to shortly bow us in and officially open us up. And I'm sure, knowing Frank as well as I do, he'll want to say a few words. Frank also was a great friend and colleague of Ron Russell Sensei, who of course was one of my teachers and Ryan Girl's teachers, so there's a lot of connections here. So anyway, I'll shut up.
Right. Right. There's us. Right. There's us. Class. There's us. I'm not used to speaking. No. Good evening, everybody. Just like to say it's a great pleasure and privilege to be here and to be given this honour to open. Yes, is that the word we used? Or it's just something about opening me up or something. A dojo, or this dojo. I feel a bit sort of embarrassed. Several years back, a very good friend of mine and somebody who Duncan knew quite well invited me up and said, "Oh, we're having a grand opening of a dojo." I thought, "Oh, great, I'll come up there." It's Mr. Moss, a chap called Tom Moss. And we got there, and we were in the sort of lobby, and knowing Tom, there's always a drink involved, which I thought, I spilled a lot of that. Anyway, we're having a little drink and that, and then suddenly Tom managed to get up on a set of, not these step aerobics things you have. Stood on one of them, but they'd fallen over, which was quite good for Tom. And he said, right, somebody took the main dojo. Frank. So I thought, oh, it's two of us. No, you numpty, you know. So I had great honour of opening Tom's dojo. Several years later, now I had 12,000 miles away, the other side of the earth, or the world, being asked to do the same thing. Then it's a great honour, here it's a tremendous honour, it really is. Duncan, I think when we first met, he was one of the ninjas, the four ninjas, with the late great Ronnie, who we all loved and miss, and I think Duncan's the only one left at the ninjas track, yes? And we lost him out of the UK. No, we lost him from the UK, came here to see what's happened, here and to be in this dojo now is a tremendous honour. Okay, I'm not going to say anything more because I'll probably cry because but it's a great honour, Duncan. I wish you all the very best with it. I'm certain that before too long we'll have it has a lovely feel about it now. But once you get through blood, sweat and tears, particularly the blood, and time goes on, I know this has the makings and will be a tremendous dojo. And a credit to you and everybody who's helped you get this set up. Ryan, of course, and Gail, and Ron, and Mr. Foster, and all the people that we've done now. So, every success with it, and keep going with it. Yes?